Here we go. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the show. The Those interested in the Carnival Magic, Coach Cruisers, Moodline Adventurers, Ocean to Ocean Travel Crew, anybody else that's here. I see we have Tim, and Tim is in the drawing already. We'll talk more about that in just a minute for the people that weren't here last week. But we started a new thing. We're giving away stuff. Jim B. Coates was our first winner. I got him his um, winning prize packaged up and ready to send off. And like I said, we have Josh and Bruce here. I want to give them a moment to introduce themselves and their channels while Sadie scratches up my arm trying to get more hot dogs. So go ahead, Josh. Why don't you start us off?
Hey guys, I'm Josh with the Moonlight Adventures. We do regular live streams every Sunday night at 8 o'clock. Almost said 8:30. At 8 o'clock, shooting the breeze with Moonlight Adventures. We try to do at least one video per week that we drop, and then we do daily dad joke shorts and some other shorts. We have TikTok, Instagram. We're on all the apps. We also have some other little projects that we do, like the World Wrestling Blog that comes on every Saturday at 10:30 with myself, PSV Odyssey, and Captain Billy J Travels.
Very cool. And you've been growing. You're creeping up on that 1,000, right, Josh?
We're close. We're at 738.
Very nice.
Yeah,
we got to get you guys over.
That's a good month plus away, possibly. Hopefully, maybe by the new year you hit that.
That's the goal. We want to hit 1K by Christmas.
All right. Well, Bruce, why don't you?
Hey, everybody. I am Bruce with Ocean Travel, and we do a weekly live Tuesday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. So we are on right after Coach Cruise. And I am trying to upload at least one video a week also. And then we do a lot of our cruising vlogs. We're getting ready to go on the Carnival Vista, so then we'll be putting those out. And we're going live on the Vista on Sailaway Day, so Sailaway party time. So
awesome. All right. Well, and for those of you that are tuning in for the first time, I'm Brad. I'm the host of Coach Cruise, and I'm going on a cruise this week. So that's why I highlighted the show. I know Josh has been on the Carnival Magic. He was on here last week talking all things Carnival
ships,
Magic.
Man. One of our favorite ships.
Yeah. So I'm super pumped. So I know we might have a few people here that are going on the ship with me. And if you do, definitely chime in. But I do want to say hi to everybody that has checked in so far. And let me get my scroll bar going up because I might have missed somebody and I don't. Z was number one today. And we have Kevin checked in right after. Lynn is here. Tim is here, as I mentioned. I mentioned him because he's the first 10 in our drawing today because he entered last week. I'll explain that again in a second. As I said, Lynn and Will G is here. What's up, Will? Thompson Family Rules is back. What is up? Z checking in again. Michael, what is going on? And I think that's it so far. So, and I'll say this again in just a bit, but as you see Sadie scratching up my arm here, the reason for that, for those new to the channel, is I have a plate full of hot dogs. Look at all those hot dogs. But I have
those aren't red wieners either. Those are the good ones.
I have the little bites there to keep her from, leaving a little skin on my arm.
That's good stuff, man. Those are the all beef. Those are all beef wieners.
Yeah, those are the Costco ones, and I cut them in half. So she's getting the half a foot each time she gets a hot dog. So to prevent me from falling on my face every Tuesday, I used to do a $10 super chat shot, but then you all enjoyed me getting a little splashed up, a little too much. So I had to bring Sadie into the picture when Sadie was very happy with this arrangement because a $10 super chat will get her a hot dog. And if anybody throws a 20 out there, I will do a shot and get her the hot dog. You see, she's very excited. So that's how we're doing these super chats now. And on the other side of that, so Tim, once we reach $100, we're going to give away a Coach Cruz t-shirt. And how I'm going to do that, for example, Tim put us at 110. So he's actually numbers 1 through 10 for our next drawing. Once we reach $100 of super chats, I will do a drawing, and you get whatever corresponding number. Let's say you do a $2 super chat, and you're the next super chat. That would make you numbers 11 and 12. So if I draw, say, number 12, and you're, that $2 super chat or whatever, then 11 or 12, then you would win the shirt or whatever. So trying to give back a little bit now that we're growing up. And so that's pretty much it. And like I said, if somebody does 20, I will do a shot. And I know we had a couple of those last week, so I did 2 or 3 shots, I think. So it's pretty good. We had Patty just checking in. We have Tiffany checking in, and Lynn is first up, and she is taking care of Sadie. And I appreciate that as much as Sadie's going to appreciate this, Lynn, because maybe she'll leave my arm alone for like 5 minutes instead of scratching her off. So Lynn, here you go. You're going to make my dog very happy, and we'll make her take this one bite by bite. Okay, go ahead. Hop down. I appreciate that, Lynn. And so Brad is checking in. So I'm sure we're going to get a joke from Brad at some point here in the next 10 minutes or so. He's always good for at least one. So we'll see that. Anybody here from the Magic? I see a couple new names, so I'm guessing maybe a couple of you might be Magic Cruisers with me. And if you are, let me know you're going to be on the Magic so we know who's who. And what I wanted to get into, and Lynn, let me write you down first. So Lynn is numbers 11 through 20. So you have numbers 11 through 20 right now, Lynn. And also, if we do have a multiple, for example, let's say Tim or Lynn later on, do another super chat, then they'll get those numbers. So, I mean, it's not like you're in just one time. If you go more than once, then obviously you're going to get double the numbers or whatever. So I thought that was the most fair way to do it. Okay, so a couple things I wanted to talk about today. Carnival Magic, and we have a resident expert in Josh, since he was already on the ship. Now, Josh, correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, obviously there's an atrium bar. I know you talked about a casino bar last week. I know there's a red frog and a blue iguana on the Lido deck, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, is there a Tides bar? Is there a bar at the back of this ship on the same deck or on the Lido deck? Usually,
yes, there is. So we called that the pool bar, but it is. They really didn't. If you look on the Lido deck plans, it'll tell you that it's the Tides bar. But it's that was one of our favorites.
And it's a really big bar too, right?
This one's actually, no, it's not huge. It's a U-shaped bar. It looks like it's a square, but it's really kind of U-shaped. But a lot of people just walk up, get their drinks, and then gather around the pool. It's all. And another thing, if you're a smoker, which we got a different perspective on cruising because my wife and I were not smokers, but my mother-in-law is, and we took her with us when we were on the Magic. She on the starboard side of the ship on deck. My wife will, if she's in the chat, she'll correct me here. I think it's deck 11. Maybe it's deck 11 or deck 12. Anyway, that's the smoking section. And at the back of the smoking section, you sit right at the edge of the Tides pool and the Tides bar. So that was like their spot. They sat right back there because my wife would sit with her and have drinks, and then it was easy access to get down to the Tides pool. And
now, in terms of a bar crawl, do you think, if they have help up there, in other words, if they give us a couple extra bartenders, will they be able to accommodate a large crawl? Because we have about 50 right now signed up for the bar crawl on the Magic.
Yeah, I mean, there's room for that. And they usually have several people on hand there because it is a busy bar. And I say there's not a lot of seating at the bar, but it's plenty large enough. You probably want to time it where it's not around lunchtime when you hit it, because that's where the Pizza del Capitano is at, the Pizzeria del Capitano.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of a bottleneck.
Okay. Well, I see we got Maria Hall. I know she's on the Magic because we've chatted several times.
Hey, Josh, I was on the Dream, and on the Dream, so on the Magic, is the Seafood Shack also back there?
Yep.
On the Dream, it was.
Yeah, so the Pizzeria del Capitano is on port side, and the Seafood Shack is on starboard side.
All right. So we got our first shot and dog, and Tim is going 21 to 40. Again, Sadie is very happy. Let me, I'm going to pour my shot, and then you'll get your hot dogs. You just hold on, sister. Thank you again, Tim. And Lynn earlier was the first. Tim is going to end up with another shirt. I know possibly. He's definitely got the best odds at the moment. Let me just point out. So Maria, I had mentioned, Lynn is already here. Tony G, Patty was here. So I know we got a couple Magic cruisers with us. And Lynn just chimed in that she had done the Magic this winter. And so here is your hot dog from Mr. Tim. Enjoy that. Say thank you. Well, high five. High five for thank you, even with the hot dog. Come on, you can do this. High five. There you go. And the shot for me. So thank you, sir, Tim. And we got Maria hooking Sadie up with another hot dog, and then as soon as she gets done with that one, we will take care of that, Maria. And I'm still on my Elijah Craig.
That's good stuff. Is that small batch too?
No. This is
that's the rye. The rye.
Yeah, this is the rye. I wanted to try the rye. That's good.
Yeah, it is. Elijah Craig's good stuff.
Yeah. Well, and thank you for that, Maria. So, Maria, I don't know if you came in late or not, but there's a chance for you to win. And actually, I think you already ordered a Coach Cruz shirt, but I have different colors, Maria. I have different colors. You are assigned numbers 41 through 50. And if some reason, I don't think I mentioned this earlier, but if some reason we don't reach 100 in the show, then those will carry over to the next live I do. So right now we are up to 50. So if we get $50 more in Super Chats before the end of the cruise, before the end of the cruise, God, not the end of the cruise. It hasn't even started yet. Before the end of the show, then we'll do the drawing right then. But as soon as we reach 100, whether it's this week or the next live, you stay in the drawing with those same numbers. And yeah, so we got Andrew from Funnelheads checking in. And everybody sends some hopes and prayers for Andrew's little guy. He's battling some sickness. So yeah, that's one of the reasons he didn't come on today. Tim says, Brad, where are you catching the Magic out of? We are catching it out of Port Canaveral. So I'm going to be flying down to Orlando on Friday night. I'm actually staying in the Orlando area, and then I'm going to get up in the morning and take a shuttle bus to Port Canaveral that morning. Okay.
You going to vlog that, Coach?
Oh, I'm going to vlog the heck out of it.
Are you gonna do a live from the ship? Are you going to try and do a live?
You know what? I'm thinking I might. I normally don't bring my computer on, but so we owed Maria, here's your hot dog, and Sadie reminded me because
Sadie's not going to let you forget.
Yeah, and then we had Lynn right behind with another one. So Lynn, you were up. You have numbers 11 through 20 and 51 through 60. Maria's 41 through 50. Tim, you are 1 through 10 and 21 through 40. So yeah, we are only 40 away from our next T-shirt drawing. So anyway. Everybody that's online now, and I know Maria here, Patty is here. We have Josh that's been on, and certainly Bruce has been on Carnival ships. I need some help here, okay? What we're trying to do, we're doing this bar crawl, So the Atrium Bar. Let's talk some drinks here. Let's talk some drinks. What is a good drink to start off as our signature drink? Now, everybody on the bar crawl doesn't have to drink this signature drink, but what I like to do is I like to get each bar a signature drink, and then I tell the bartenders in advance, okay, hey, the signature drink of this bar is going to be this. Then most of the bar crawlers might elect to take that signature drink, which helps out the bartenders quite a bit, helps them prepare a big batch of them all at once rather than 30 different orders or whatever. So I want to go through this bar by bar and let's come up with a really good drink. One thing I will say is try to stay away from the really, really sweet drinks because that's going to split up the crowd a little bit too much. So it can be sweet, obviously. You want it to have some kind of sweetness in most cases, but not too sweet. So Atrium Bar, throw out some drinks. Maria says Miami Vice. So let me write Miami
Vice. On the Magic, if you walk up to the bartender, they're going to try to put the Carnival Cosmo on you. That's what they're gonna recommend. And when we sailed, they were, and I don't know if they're still doing this on the ship, but the 50th anniversary, they had a little like disc, unflavored disc that they put on top of it that had the 50th anniversary logo. If you got the Carnival Cosmo. But I agree, Miami Vice, that's a good one. And the Twilight Zone, that's another good one.
Oh, yeah, I like that one. But the Twilight Zone, that's a frozen one, isn't it?
Yeah.
What is the Twilight Zone?
It's blue and white, right?
Yeah, it looks like a Miami Vice, except you replace the red with white, so it's a blue Curacao frozen.
Now, yeah, so I mean, we probably won't do the frozen just because that might take them too long. Yeah, it's probably going to be, a regular.
I had a really good mojito from there. I get to where on Carnival ships sometimes the drinks are so sugary, after the second day or so, I've got to start just going like bourbon and Diet Coke or something like that. But if I want something more refreshing or light, I'll go with a mojito or a Tom Collins. All of those are really good from any of those bars.
Well, let's see. So Patty says, this is a new one. I haven't seen this, but I know this will please, well, especially if Fireball Steve was here. She says Fireball and cream soda.
You know what that tastes like?
What's it?
That tastes like a ginger snap cookie. Is what it tastes.
Oh,
like.
Really? Okay.
That's a really good Christmas time drink.
Okay.
It tastes like gingerbread yeah.
All right. I have not seen that one.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
Okay. Let's see. So
duck farts. Duck farts are good.
What's that?
The duck fart.
What's a duck fart?
It's Irish whiskey, and then it separates itself, so it looks like it's two different. It's layered. So you've got Irish whiskey, and then you got Irish cream on top of it.
Yeah. So Patty's on that Fireball and cream soda as well. Okay.
It's good. It's good.
Well, yeah, I might have to try that one out. All my Fireball favorites, and I know Z is a big Fireball person, and Steve, Fireball Steve. Yeah, duck farts are good. We had them in Alaska. There's another Alaska person. I'm doing Alaska this summer, so I'm looking forward to that as well.
And did you guys hear? Did you hear?
What's that?
He froze.
Oh, there you are. You froze for a second there, Bruce.
You guys, hold on. My wife disconnected me.
Oh, okay.
My wife disconnected the whole system for a second.
I thought it may have been that PNW Wi-Fi you got up there.
Did you hear? Did you speaking of Alaska? Did you hear the ship that's going to be, and I'm going to talk about this in our life, the ship that's going to be debuting in 2025?
For what company?
Celebrity.
I thought I heard something, but no, I'm not.
Celebrity Edge.
Oh, okay.
It's coming Seattle round trip in 2025. Debut.
There you go. Okay.
So Seattle's starting to get a little bit more love.
Yeah. Well, they're trying to news today out of John Held. my home port of Norfolk.
Yep.
They're going to start. So by 2025, they're going to start trying to do year round out of Norfolk. And starting this year, they're going to try to double the amount of cruises that has been going in and out of there.
Okay, you know what? You gave me a great question to ask. And everybody, I want your input on this because the price would be the same. Because you just mentioned Norfolk. Now, Carnival Magic, June 14th through the 24th, they're offering a 10-day cruise. I won't tell you the price because I don't want anybody mad at me. It's an insanely good deal. Okay, but I got the same insanely good deal on the Carnival Celebration, which is only a 7-day. So I could do a 7-day Carnival Celebration, and it will be my first time. Currently, I'm already booked on the Carnival Celebration for June 11th through the 18th or whatever that is. Or maybe it's 11th through the 17th. It's a 6-day. Or I could do a 10-day on the Carnival Magic and get a balcony from the June 14th to the 24th out of Norfolk. So what would you say, everybody in the chat? Would you say Celebration 6-day, brand new ship, all the bells and whistles, whatever, I've never been on it, or my second time on the Carnival Magic, this Saturday being my first, for a 10-day, and it's also a balcony? So Celebration or Magic for the same price, but one's 4 days more and a balcony. What's your choice?
I would have to know the ports of call would be a big deal, right?
Well,
Yeah.
I can tell you that the two of the ports are two of my favorites on the Magic, and that is the St. Thomas and St. Martin.
Now that may be the deal breaker there for me. I think I would go for the extra days to go to those ports of call on the Magic.
Okay.
If the ports of call were not great,
I think
they go with the Celebration.
Yeah, I think on the Celebration, you're right. The ports will definitely end up being better via the Magic. The only thing, the other, I guess, thing I didn't throw in there is I'm doing another cruise on the Celebration later that month. But
Magic, then, and for me, it'd be Magic, man.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So let's see. Tim
Magic's
says
good
depends on the ports. Lynn is saying Magic. Patty, what are the stops? The Celebration, I want to say, is, I don't know, because I'm going on the Celebration 2 times in June. So I'll have to look that up. But
well, for ships of that size, there's only certain, it's got to be Western Caribbean. I mean,
yeah. I know Cozumel was one of the stops, but I don't know if that's on both cruises and then Costa Maya, and Roatan, I believe.
Yeah. Those are good ports of call, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're going to Costa Maya next week or 2 weeks.
So we went little tip on Costa Maya and
I don't like Costa Maya that much.
Well, you got to get away from Costa Maya. So how we cruise put us on this. You go to Mohoal, it's so much better. It's
where?
Mohoal, I think is how you say it. It's the next village outside of Costa Maya.
Okay.
And wow. So check out how we cruise. Brian and Julie, they did a really good video. We followed their directions to a T on what we did the last time we went to Costa Maya. Snorkeling and private beach with all include with drinks and snacks included, and it was like under $100 a piece, and it was fantastic. It was great.
You know what? I'm gonna have to definitely take notes on that one and do that the next time I'm in Costa Maya, because last time I was in Costa Maya, I didn't even get off the ship. I was like, yeah, it's Costa Maya. You know, I haven't had as much luck there.
Yeah, I believe you. So I'm thinking Will G's saying that I said it correctly, maybe. Mohoal.
I got another Chicago in here. Check this out. Tim Clark. Tim, what part of Chicago are you from? Because I am broadcasting from Chicago, so we might be neighbors. Jennifer suggested to do the Magic. I might have to switch that Celebration to the 10-day. And it'll be out of Norfolk, so I can say hi to Josh on my way.
That's the only drawback for me is that it's out, but this is a thing though. So if I were you, I would plan fly into Norfolk. Either, if I'm at home, I could pick you up and drive you myself, or use an Uber. You do not want to park your vehicle, and you don't want to park a rental. You don't want to do any of that stuff around the Port of Norfolk right now. But Norfolk is a great place to hang out pre-cruise. There's a lot of great areas there. Check out the Norfolk waterside. There's a USS Wisconsin there that's going to be covered in lights. Well, this is a different time. This is going to be June, so it won't be covered in lights. But there's taco festivals around that time of year. It's a great place to hang out pre-cruise. So,
well, I might have to go to that 10-day then. I was kind of whatever, but I think you all are convincing me to do it, because there wasn't a whole lot of. I don't think there was one celebration person.
Yeah.
So
I'll actually be in Chicago in 3 weeks, most likely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I Rolling Meadows. I work up there from time to time too.
We might have to meet up, and we could do a dual live side by side or something.
Yeah, we can do shots together and eat
There
hot dogs.
There you go. Look, Fireball Steve is here. Fireball, we were talking about Fireball, and you missed it. We were talking about Fireball, and what was it? Cream soda?
Yeah, Fireball and cream soda.
Fireball and Dr. Pepper. Have you done both of those? I'm assuming you have, Fireball Steve. Fireball Steve is watching the Kentucky-Michigan State game. What's up, Fireball Steve? I don't know if you're still here. Maybe he just popped in and popped right back out.
It's got to be.
Have you ever sailed during Halloween? Or do you with your because you teach, right, Brad?
Yeah. What'd you say about if I cruise on Halloween ever?
Yeah. Do you ever get to go during that time?
No. I mean, we did do a 4-day once in the month of October. And I think it was out of Tampa. And that was cool. So we got to see the Halloween decorations, and we did see some people dress up. So yeah, I mean, I guess we kind of did, but we've never done like a full week anywhere. So Lynn is saying apple pie moonshine.
Ooh, yeah.
And apple juice. Wow, that's a lot of stuff going on there. Apple pie moonshine, Fireball, and apple juice. That sounds pretty potent. Where's we need Kurt and his magnets on here. We're talking.
So Will G, we booked through TripAdvisor. That's who we booked our excursion through. We looked at what Royal Caribbean could do for us. We looked at Shipmate, and then TripAdvisor gave the best deal.
We also booked through Shore Excursions, the website Shore Excursions. They have some pretty good deals on there too.
Tim, whiskey old fashioned. Alchemy typically makes the best old fashions. Now, I might have upset a bartender on the Magic somewhere that feels they do, but typically the best old fashions I've experienced, or most drinks for that matter, have been the best at Alchemy Bar. And they do. I think that's the only place.
I think that's the only place they can smoke one. I think you can get. I don't think anywhere else on the ship will they smoke an old fashioned for you, but they will there. They have the little smoke machine.
Yeah, and Tim and anybody else here that's going on the Magic this Saturday with me, if you're not already signed up for that bar crawl, get signed up. And you don't have to. I know I got my Coach Cruise shirt on, and several people got Coach Cruise shirts for the bar crawl, but you don't have to get a shirt for the bar crawl. It's free. I mean, come along. The bigger the group, the better. And Brad agrees with the apple pie moonshine, Fireball, and apple juice. That does sound good. I mean, I like apples. My favorite dessert is apple pie. I mean, I'm as classic as it gets when it comes apple pie at Thanksgiving. But I do see the Thanksgiving menu John Heald shared, and I don't think they're having apple pie, but they are having pecan pie, which is a great. I'm not a big pumpkin pie person, but I'll take a pecan pie. I'll take an apple pie.
So being a Midwesterner, Coach,
Yeah.
Do you put cheese on your apple pie?
I do not. I don't even know if I've tried that, but it sounds intriguing. I mean,
I've tried it on apple turnover before, and it's actually not bad. I mean, that's blasphemous for a Southern boy to say, but it wasn't bad.
yeah.
So are y'all gonna hit the Play It Again piano bar?
Yeah, I mean, for me, the piano bar is all about who's behind the keys. I went on the Horizon this summer and I did a back-to-back, and we were on with Island Time and a bunch of Islanders and Coach Cruisers and everything, and we were all going out partying. The 8 days that we were on together, we went to the piano bar, and the guy was rocking it. I mean, there were people up dancing, everything else like that. And then I guess his contract ended that week, and then a new guy came on. And I mean, he tried, but he just wasn't near as good as the previous guy. And yeah, I mean, it's just like we went in there one time, and it's like, okay, I guess we're not going to do the piano bar.
At that bar, they have some good energy drink cocktails. So they've they've got the Rockstar and the Sing It Again, I think is the name of those drinks, and they have Rockstar energy drink in them. So if you're an energy drink cocktail kind of person, like if I know I'm going to need to reboot in the middle of the night, I'll take a couple of Monsters and Tito, or whatever the shit is.
No, I do the same thing. Yeah. Tim had a question, and you know what? If we were on a bar with Guys Pig and Anchor, I would have the answer to this question, but I don't know because it's on the Magic. So Lynn, I know you were just on the Magic as well, so you might chime in on this. But Josh, did either of you have a Bloody Mary?
So the Michelada from the Blue Iguana is good, which is a variation of the Bloody Mary. But my wife, she's the Bloody Mary person in the traveling two here. But she always got hers from the casino bar, and she loved the Bloody Marys from the casino bar.
Now here's my thing. Pretty much on about any drink, unless it's like a short glass, old fashioned, something like they serve a short glass. It's like probably a drink from the Alchemy, and I'm usually good with it. But I hate those skinny, long glasses.
Yeah. No,
like give me a pint glass or give me a short, fat glass. I hate those skinny glasses, and I definitely would not want a Bloody Mary in one of those skinny glasses. I want the big pint glass. I want you stuffing celery and bacon and pickles and whatever else you can cram in there.
Yeah, they'll that's what they put them in the pints, and they give you plenty of olives.
Okay. Well, that's good. Lynn says, oh my God, the piano bar sucked on the breeze last time. I don't know when you went. But yeah, I mean, I think that the piano bar is all about the person behind the keys. I mean, it could be awesome or it could be lame. It all depends on who's behind the keys. Maria says she saw a video of one of the piano players at the piano bar, and he was pretty good. No one like Eden, though. Yeah, Eden's on the celebration. So, and actually, the video I posted today has a performance by Eden, courtesy of John Heald that I shared. Brad says, let's put you up on the screen, Brad. My last cruise on another line had a piano bar. I thought it would be lame. I was wrong. 2 players switching off each song were incredible. Okay, cool. Good to hear. Tim, Cheryl hates them too. Hates what? The are hating the piano bar, or what are you hating there, Tim? I mean, what's Cheryl?
So strong with the hate.
Yeah,
and you got an emoji in there. That's
okay. Patty's in a drinking mood. She's thrown out a couple drinks here. So she has the Malibu Bay Breeze, which sounds like such a Caribbean. I like the sound of it. The Malibu Bay Breeze. Aside from Malibu,
sounds so beachy.
Yeah. What is in the Malibu Bay Breeze, Patty?
I hope Malibu.
On the ingredients, it sounds.
I hope Malibu.
Yeah, that sounds like the ultimate boat drink, though. Oh, the skinny glass. Tim hates this, or Cheryl hates the skinny glass.
Maybe some Blue Chair Bay, maybe.
Yeah. Cruising is fun. Apple pie and cheese. Okay, cruising is fun anytime as a fan of the apple pie and cheese. Quit scratching up my arm. I'm giving her salami.
I'm going to have to try that now.
Yeah.
Never had that before.
So Cheryl is saying that Tim has severe hatred of the apple pie and cheese. And she can.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Oh.
I think it was the skinny glass. Oh, okay. Will T says the piano bar performer was good on the breeze in October. Okay. Well, I guess it was not the same time. I guess Lynn, I guess you didn't go in October then. Yeah, cruising. Okay. All right, cool. So we got a few drinks out there. I mean, we've got the Miami Vice and the Twilight Zone for frozen drinks. The Carnival Cosmo was thrown out there. The Fireball and cream soda, the Fireball and Dr. Pepper. What's the Dr. Pepper one and Fireball taste like? I'm wondering, is it like a cinnamon?
I've gotten to where, so I love Dr. Pepper Zero here lately, and I've started mixing my bourbon with Dr. Pepper Zero.
Okay.
So I would have to think that it would probably be pretty good. Some cinnamon whiskey. And
I haven't had the Dr. Pepper Zero yet, although I did just see my first commercial for it. Now, I'm always Coke Zero. This is Coke Zero right here and bourbon. And then I'm doing, the shots. Oh, by the way, anybody who came late, I see anybody that's on the Magic that hasn't checked in. Now, we got a few Magic people here. Now, we have 5 entries for the free shirt. If you do a super chat, and that's why Sadie here is scratching up my arm still. For every $10 super chat, she gets a hot dog. And you can save her from scratching my arm for a couple minutes. If you end up doing a $20 super chat, she gets a hot dog, I get a shot. And you also get entries into our little drawing. Now, you don't even have to do if you just want a chance to win a shirt, I mean, you could do as little as $1, I think they let you do. But as you see, I got my names on here. And for example, Tim is numbers 1 through 10. Lynn is 11 through 20. Tim again, 21 through 40. Maria, 41 through 50. And Lynn, 51 through 60. So once we reach 100, I do the drawing. I ask Siri for a random number 1 through 100, whatever number she gives me. Then that person who matches up with that block of numbers or whatever, you win the shirt. Jim Coates won the first shirt last week. This is only the second week we're doing it. Now, if we don't reach 100 by the end of the show, then everybody's name who I just called off, you will still be in it. And then once we reach 100, like I said, every time we reach 100, we're going to do a shirt. And then if we go over by some chance, like Tim put us over from 100 to 110, he'll be the first 10 for the next drawing, which is what he was this time. Okay, let me catch up on. Tim says Coke all the way, Coke Zero all the way. I'm guessing is reference. Patty Williams, this is the Malibu Breeze. She says coconut rum, pineapple juice, and cranberry juice. Okay,
sounds incredible.
That does sound good.
That's
Cruising fun anytime. Coach Bourbon. Yeah, I guess I am a bourbon person. Embarkation Nation. I'm simple, vodka and Sprite. It sounds. My wife is even more simpler. She does vodka and like club soda or whatever, or vodka and sparkling water, whatever. So she's right there with you. You'd get along great. And Lynn says I did two $10. You know what? I'll get you one at the end of the shot if nobody else steps up there, Lynn. But you did them separately, so that's why. Sadie preferred the hot dogs over me.
She's so serious.
Yeah. All she does is she's not. The thing is, the hot dogs are over here, but she realizes the more she scratches my arm, that's why I'm like leaning over. Yeah. Patty says Moonlight. It is awesome. It sounds. I don't know, Scott. I might have to try that one. The Malibu, we're going to have to write that one down. What was it? The Malibu Breeze? Malibu Bay Breeze. Okay, I hope they know what's in that, or I might have to write it down. Okay, Embarkation Nation says, Crown or Jameson and Coke?
Ooh, I like Jameson and ginger ale. That's another good one for me.
I like Jameson as a shot.
I like
Grey
Jameson
Goose
straight.
as a shot. I like Patron as a shot. So yeah. Now, is that you responding, or is that your wife, Josh?
That's me.
Oh, okay. I know you said your wife was going to be in the comments. I wasn't sure which one was which. So okay, where do we leave off? Okay, so ports. Let's go through the ports for Carnival Magic, and anybody out there with I can tell you what I've done in Amber Cove. That's one of the ports. We have Amber Cove, San Juan, St. Thomas, and St. Martin. So I'll tell you this first before we get to San Juan. I'm thinking about staying on the boat in San Juan, staying on the ship. Amber Cove, what I have done is I've done the Damawagwa Falls. I've even done a video on it, filmed us jumping off the waterfalls. That's awesome. I don't know that I necessarily need to do it again anytime soon, but I have done that already. So Amber Cove, is there anybody that can tell me an excursion or a beach or something like that that I absolutely have to go to besides staying in the port area or staying on the ship?
We didn't get the opportunity to go to Amber Cove,
no,
because when we went to Roatan, we were getting off on the Cox and Hole side. But I hope I'm not getting ports confused here. Amber Cove is Roatan, right?
Amber Cove is Dominican Republic.
Okay, so yeah, I'm getting my ports confused then.
Mahogany Bay is Roatan.
Mahogany Bay. I was getting ready to talk about the ski lift on Mahogany Bay. So yeah.
Oh, that thing's awesome.
Yeah. So never mind. Don't pay any attention to me. I did see when we were on the Magic, they have the television shows that repeat, and then they have like the Carnival Destinations show where they talk about excursions. There was one in Amber Cove that intrigued me. I don't know that your wife would care. I don't even know that you would care about it, but it just seemed cool to me. And they take you out and you go down into one of the caves and you actually go look for amber. You pull amber out of the caves, and sometimes people find fossils and bugs and stuff in there.
Okay.
The amber. Yeah,
is that kind of like splunking?
Kind of, yeah, but it's really like an amber mine. They take you down into an amber mine.
Splunking intimidates me because I'm afraid I'm going to get stuck. I'm a large individual. I'm afraid I'm going to be crawling through there and be like, I'm stuck.
Claustrophobia is real.
Yeah. We got Michael Allen checking in. Let me see here, because he talks about San Juan. We like to walk up to the local market, get some local soaps and such, stop at a couple local shops, grab a drink somewhere, then back onto the boat. The last time I was talking about Michael Allen, what there San Juan's got some signature drink. I don't know, is it the pina colada? Oh, here we got Brad. We got Brad coming in.
Sadie's
now will you leave me alone? Here, you're going to eat this one slow, so you can take your time with that. But yeah, she wants the whole thing all at once. She's not going to get it. I'm just going to hold on to it. But thank you, Brad. Sadie appreciates that. And let's write you down. Let's get Brad in the drawing. He is numbers 61 through 70. So, Brad, you are in there. If we get 3 more super chats, we will have that T-shirt drawing tonight. And I made her enjoy this one instead of gulping it in like 2 bites. She is hopping down for that last bite because it was a big one. We have Sea Life with us. We like to stay right at the port in Amber Cove. The thing at Amber Cove, they have some great shops right there in the port. I mean, some really, really nice, brand new looking buildings and stuff in the shop. And they have the really nice giant pool right there at Amber Cove that's free. Now, the drinks and stuff that they sell at Amber Cove aren't free. But they do have some good shopping. I mean, it's not overpriced or whatever. They sell excursions there, all kinds of stuff. But yeah, Amber Cove, if you're going to stay on the ship or stay in the port area, it's a lot like Mahogany Bay, where, hey, the thing that's better about Mahogany Bay is this actual ocean water that you have a chance to get into, where Amber Cove is a gigantic pool. But I mean, by gigantic, I mean it is gigantic. You can do a giant lap around it. It's like the floating thing with the, what do you call that? A lazy river or whatever. You can kind of do one of those on that. So, yeah. All right. So Amber Cove, we got a recommendation. We're just going to the chef from Michael. Thanks for that, Michael. I might jump off and do something similar like that. Grab a nice drink somewhere, maybe a pina colada, if that's their thing. I forget if San Juan, if that's their thing. So Amber Cove, any other excursion to Amber Cove anybody would recommend? Because after those two ports, that gets me to two of my favorite ports because the water is so beautiful. St. Thomas, for example, Megan's Bay, one of the most beautiful bays in the world, I think people would argue. And St. Martin, crystal clear blue water. I think they say they're the island or whatever of 100 beaches. They actually have counted them up. They got posters that name off all the different beaches. So anybody that's been to any of those four ports have one particular excursion they did that they just absolutely love, that just hit it out of the park. I will wait for the chat.
Isn't Amber Cove where they filmed Jurassic Park?
It could be. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think they filmed parts of it in Amber Cove.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm looking at Iguana Mama Adventure Tours.
Iguana Mama Adventure Tours.
That's what it says. And then they do this waterfall excursion where you like trek through this canyon and dive off waterfalls. It looks really cool. I don't know what that's called. But,
all righty, guys. Well, I have got to hop off. We got to get ready for our live. That's going to start in about 15 minutes. So when you guys are done here, come on over to Ocean Travel.
That's right. Yeah, Bruce at the top of the hour for those of you that would like some more cruise talk. And what's a couple quick highlights that you're going to be discussing, Bruce?
Oh, we are going to just cruise news, Div and Hall. Be trying a Pictionary game tonight, so we'll see how that works out. And there will be a prize that we are going to be giving out for the winner of that. And so those are kind of some of the highlights we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing a taste test and some Q&A. So we're going to have a lot of fun. So
all right.
See you over there, man.
Yeah. Right. Pop in.
Yeah, see this looks amazing. It's like they walk along this river, creek, whatever it is, and jump off the waterfalls as they continue to hike down.
That's the Dama Wagwa waterfall thing. That's the thing that I actually did, and it is amazing. Yeah. So for anybody else on the Carnival Magic, I mean, if you're now, I will say this: there's it's a little hairy, especially if you don't like heights. I'll explain this. I'll break this down to you. If you enjoy adrenaline, a little adrenaline rush, and you just want to be amazed, you know, as you see in the picture, it looks awesome. Really, it is awesome. But you got to walk up, I would say about 3/4 of a mile, and it's a pretty steep terrain, but it is like a paved trail. So, but it'll wind you a little bit. So you got to go on a little mini hike. But they will give you a break about halfway up. So I mean, it's not like it's going to kill you or anything. Once you get up there, everybody has life vests on. You actually jump into, and I think a 40-foot waterfall is the first jump, and everybody lines up in a single file line to jump off this thing. Now, if you elect not to do the jump, you can walk past it. And they have a little trail up along the side of the waterfall that you can walk around. And there were a couple people that got to the front of the line and they elected not to. And they had to do the walk of shame. You know?
That's what I was going to say. Is that the walk of shame?
They had to do the walk of shame. They turned around. They said, I can't do it. and they had to walk around, and then they walked up along the side because they were afraid to jump.
Everybody's
now me, you know, I saw these people, and most of the people were smaller than me, which is most people. But I weigh 280 pounds. You know, I teach a strength training class at my high school, and you know, I'm a former football player and stuff, so I weigh a lot. I'm very dense, and you know, I mean, obviously, the more weight you have, the farther you're going to go down when you jump in. What scared the heck out of me is, you know, you're in some random country, and these guys don't know you. I mean, they don't have any pride to you. They don't care about you, whether you know, I mean, at least that's what I'm thinking in my mind. You know? So these people are jumping off, and I'm like, okay, that was a 140-pound woman that jumped off in front of me. I weighed double that. Okay. Yeah. When I dive into this thing, am I going to hit bottom and become paralyzed because the water's not deep enough? You know, and they assured me, like, okay, everything's fine. But I'm asking all these questions, like, okay, where exactly do I jump? Point to the exact spot, you know, that I need to land to make sure that I go into this thing right. And so, you know, they pointed it out. And I'll be honest, I'm not a big heights person. I don't like heights very much. But I did jump in. I didn't take the walk of shame. And there was one time my butt hit the bottom. It did. I'm not going to lie about that either. My butt hit the bottom, but I am 280 pounds. So it was awesome. It was a thrill for sure. And I tried to film it too. I had a waterproof case around my phone. And actually, there's a video. So if you want to see the waterfall video, a Damawagwa waterfall excursion, you can go to my video catalog and you can find that, and you can, you know, see film of me actually jumping in from that 40-foot thing. But it is an awesome excursion. So for those of you on the Carnival Magic looking to check something neat out, that's an awesome one. But it's an adrenaline rush, but you will love it. You will love it for sure.
We're going to Amber Cove on February 1st on our next
do that one.
Yeah,
do it.
I'm going to do it.
Yeah, for sure. Will says they did that in September. It was a lot of fun. Patty says, what I read, it's like a 40-minute walk to the falls. I don't think it's that far, Patty, but my wife, Anita, she did the walk, and it got her breathing a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to say it's just like a, you know, easy peasy walk. I mean, it's not like you're, you know, scaling rocks or anything, you know. I mean, it's a paved path, but it's a decent little trek, but they do give you a break. And, you know, I mean, for what that's worth. But yeah, it's a little bit of a hike. But then once you get up there, you know, you're just jumping down waterfalls and floating down. Now, most of the waterfalls also have like a slide. So if you don't want to jump off these waterfalls, you can slide down these little slides that go right alongside the jumps, and you like basically slide off into the water below as opposed to jumping into it. So Tim says I'd be scared I'd lose my Speedo.
You wear a banana hammock, eh?
Yeah, lace them up extra tight.
Mankini.
Will's got a video of me doing the jump. Took me a while to get my courage up. Yeah, well, hey, at least you did it, Will. At least you did it. That was you didn't take that walk of shame. So Daryl is here. What is going on, Daryl? Just walked in from a work trip. Wanted to at least say hi. Well, we are glad you did. And yeah, we're getting close. We got less than 10 minutes. Now we only need 3 more super chats of $10, or 1 super chat of 30, or 1 of 22. But anyway, for anybody coming in late, so what we're doing now is we're starting to give away t-shirts. Once I reach $100 of super chats, whether we can do that in one show. Last week we did it in one show. This week we are up to 70. So if we get 3 more, say $10 super chats, it could be 6 $5 super chats before the end here, we'll do the drawing for the shirt. Now, if we don't reach 100 today, don't fear. Those people that gave super chats, your numbers will stay. So like right now we have Tim at 1, and Brad ends us right now at number 70. He's numbers 61 through 70. But If somebody were to throw a $10 super chat in right now, you would get numbers 71 through 80. That's how it works. And like I said, once we reach 100, we do the drawing. If anybody happens, let's say we get to 95 and somebody throws a $10 one in, you'll have 96 through 100, and then you'll have 101 through 105. That's how that works. So if anybody wants to do a super chat, and Sadie has 3 hot dogs left, as you can see. She's hoping for a super chat. If not, she's going to have to settle for some little tiny pieces of salami. And if anybody does 20, I also do a shot. So, and she gets a hot dog. So that's how that works. So, so Josh has been on Destinations Delights, checking in what's going on. Josh has been on the Carnival Magic, and I wanted, he was on here last week talking all things Carnival Magic, and I know that's what we're highlighting today. So I wanted him to kind of maybe do a recap of all the things he liked the most about the Carnival Magic. Maybe it was the shows, maybe it was the piano bar, karaoke. I know you mentioned. So what can you fill us in on?
So I mean, there's 3 bars in particular that I like the most there on this ship. My favorite bar was the Alchemy Bar. Bartenders on the Alchemy Bar there are fantastic. I didn't like the positioning of the Alchemy Bar. We talked about that. There's kind of a little bit of a choke point there. Red Frog Pub was not in a fantastic place either, but there was nothing wrong with the Red Frog Rum Bar. We also really enjoyed the Atrium Bar. The atrium on this ship, the one memory that I will always have of this ship is the beautiful green emerald colored atrium when you walk in. It is an amazing atrium area. And that's the first thing you hit when you walk on board the ship. And then the other is the Hat Trick Casino Bar. It's probably the largest bar on the ship. It's huge. It stretches across the entire width of the ship pretty much. And they have great bartenders there. They're heavy pours. The shows on this ship, I don't know. I don't know if they've changed it up or not, but there was a rock show that they had on the ship that was really good. And they had that show Flick, which I'm not a fan of Flick.
Yeah, that's old. They need to retire that show.
It's weird. I don't even know I know what they're doing, but I don't know what they're doing. I was so confused. I mean, maybe I needed to eat an edible or something before I went in. Not that I eat those. I'm just saying,
just know what they do.
Nothing wrong with it. I did, but I have a clearance. I don't do those things. But no, I mean, the Lido deck and all the decks, so deck 10 was the Lido deck, and then 11, deck 10, 11, those are great decks on the ship, just all around, and the way that ship is designed and the way it leads off back to the Tides Bar and that back area. I really enjoyed the aft of this ship. That aft pool is the place to be for adults. It's not an adults only area, but it seemed to have more adults, and the music back there was more of a tropical kind of chill feel. And the Lido, of course, was more of a party area. Main dining room was excellent on this ship. We had no issues in the main dining room. Cucino del Capitano, fantastic, especially at lunchtime. Don't forget that they have the included lunchtime Cucina del Capitano. I was not impressed with the included pig and anchor, though. Stay away.
Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I have to agree with you on that pig and anchor. Not even on the Magic, because obviously I haven't been on that. But when that first came out, you used to get some pretty decent barbecue. But, now that I've started, especially now that I smoke my own meats and stuff, it's like I eat that. And I'm like, this is supposed to be like premium stuff. It's like, what are they doing wrong? It's like, are they not smoking it long enough? Is the grade of meat that they're getting? What, it's like, I don't know.
It was not great.
No, I have to agree with you on that. It used to be good, but yeah, they're messing it up now.
Yeah.
But they do have a Guy's Burger, right?
Yes. Yep. And so on this ship, prior to us going out there, we did a cruise darathon. And what that was we had a Wheel of Doom, and people would pay money, and we would do we'd have to do some kind of crazy something, pour water on our head. We did all this out on the Virginia Beach boardwalk. then we took all that money and we gave it to Grew for St. Jude. But while we were on the ship, we had to execute some of those cruise dares on board the ship, and so that was a fun memory on board the ship. I had to give a lady a kiss while my wife watched, and
wow.
Yeah, had to do a deck tour, had to go up and down each deck, and I mean it was a lot of fun. But that was.
Did you get a little bit of a cold shoulder on the day that?
No. I walked. I was like, I gotta ask you something. This is for a good cause. But one of the cool things that was asked of me to do was from Miss Meg's Fun Time. She doesn't have a mean bone in her body, so she couldn't ask me to do anything that she felt was really bad. So she said, okay, go get a taco from the Blue Iguana Taco Bar and put it on a guy's burger and eat it. That's not really, but I took, got the carnitas meat, the pulled pork. And put that on a guy's burger. That's where it's at, man.
Oh, there you go.
Fantastic.
Like that. That's a good idea. Jennifer was saying, she agreed. She did the pig and anchor on the dream and was disappointed also. Tim says, how's the seafood shack? I'm guessing that's what you mean there. Tim, I tell you what I do. Every time I go on a Carnival cruise anymore, there are two things that I get from the seafood shack. I usually get a pound of the peel and eat shrimp, or a half a pound, depending upon how hungry you are. They serve it with melted butter, and it is divine most of the time. The other thing, and it's only $5 additional cost, is I get a bowl of the clam chowder. And usually they're very generous with the clams, and it's a really great bowl of clam chowder, and they put that in a bread bowl. For only $5, you can get a really, really good bowl of clam chowder. And I've eaten that on different Carnival ships. It hasn't been like one seafood shack's been better than the other. A lot of people are partial to the lobster rolls. Those are getting a little pricey, though. I think for a lobster roll, they went like $16 or something, which, that might be, a fair price in most places. I don't eat a lot of lobster rolls, but, I'd rather have the peel and eat shrimp in my clam chowder than one lobster roll. Michael says, once you start smoking or grilling, it's always going to be better. My filet mignon is way better than any high-end steakhouse in Orlando, but I'm making for 3 and can go overboard. Yeah, you know what? I agree with you, Michael. You do. I mean, once you smoke your own stuff, and the thing is, I'm on YouTube. I'm a YouTube creator. Obviously, Josh is a YouTube creator as well. And we're talking travel and cruising and things like that. But when I go on YouTube, I search up the pit masters and the master smokers and all that other stuff. One of my guys is Tim's coming through here for Sadie. He heard her cries. She was legit like whining there. I'm going to put Tim down. He is 71 through 80 also. Thank you for that, Tim. But yeah, back to the smoking meats. It's it is. And it's fun too. I mean, when it's just like anything else that you put some work into. Mad Scientist, that's one of the main guys I go on. How to do barbecue right is another channel I go to for smoking meats and things like that. I learned how to smoke bacon and make your own bacon. You get a big giant pork belly and then you brine it for like a week and things like that. I learned how to smoke a turkey, same kind of thing. You brine it for like 24 hours, inject it with all kinds of good stuff. And yeah, I mean, my turkey last year came out. It might have been the best turkey I ever ate. The bacon was awesome. So yeah, I mean, once you learn how to smoke your own meats. Jennifer is filling us in with some information. Let me put that on the screen. In York, Maine, we paid $25 for a lobster roll. So, okay. So I guess that the Carnival lobster roll will make you happy then, because it's almost like you get 2 of them. I believe they serve it in 2 rolls, I think. It used to be that way anyway. So $16 or $18, whatever it is now. will seem like a fair price for you. And Jennifer, you are on the Magic with us, correct? I think you are. I think you mentioned that earlier. If you didn't, let us know. Okay, so Josh, when is your lives again? You mentioned at the beginning of the show, but anybody that came on late, because we are running overtime, so I'll let you finish up.
Appreciate you. So I thank you for letting me come on here and hang out with you and your baby girl there, and hope she gets mucho hot dogs. But yeah, we go live every Sunday at 8 o'clock, shooting the breeze with Moonlight Adventures. We also try to release at least one vlog a week, sometimes two, and we do daily dad joke shorts, and we try to do at least one or two other shorts of just some kind of random type. But we're all about having fun. When we first started doing this, we didn't see a whole lot of content creators in this cruise space that were around our age group, and we kind of make our vlogs similar to what things that we feel like our age group would go do. Now that space has begun to get a little more clogged, and that's all right. The more we grow, the more everybody grows. But go check us out. We think we bring something unique. We try to be genuine, and we just want to help people out and have fun.
Very cool. Very cool. And and I've been on Josh's show with him and Andrew from Funnelheads, and we had a good time hanging out on his show one time. And yeah, they're good people. His wife is Chastity, right?
Yeah, Chastity. Yep.
Yeah. So they're good people, down to earth, as he mentioned. I agree with that 100%. Bruce, who we had on here earlier, for those of you who missed it, he's going on. He might already be on. He's supposed to go on at 8 o'clock, so he's probably already on. If you want to go check him out, Bruce Ocean to Ocean Travel. And thank you, everybody. We didn't quite reach the 100 mark, but I just want to say again, and actually, Lynn, hold on. Lynn, you got to still be here if I'm going to do this shot. So, Lynn, if you are here, if you're not here, I'm not doing it. But I promise you I'll do one. So you got to chime in if you're still here. But Tim is 1 through 10, Lynn, 11 through 20, Tim again, 21 through 40, Maria, Lynn, 51 through 60, Lynn, Maria, 41 through 50, Brad, 61 through 70, and Tim, 71 through 80. We just need 20 more spots to fill in, and then I will do a drawing for the free Coach Cruise shirt. Lynn is here. Okay, so we're going to do the chat. We got the Elijah Craig. We will end the show with Lynn. So Lynn ended up getting a hot dog for Sadie and a shot. But I tell you what, Lynn has been one of the main shot cheering on people and supporters ever since the beginning, ever since Labor Day when we started doing the shots. So Lynn, here you go. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Josh. Bruce was on earlier for hanging out. The next time you see me is probably going to be on the Carnival Magic. Anybody that's going on the Carnival Magic in the future, make sure you hit subscribe and the notification bell, because I'm going to be coming out with a lot of Carnival Magic stuff. Also, Josh is creeping up on that 1,000 mark. Myself, we're creeping up on that 2,000 mark. We have a goal of hitting 2,000 before the end of the new year. I think we're at like 1,820 right now. So it's very doable to hit 2,000 by the new year. And it's very doable for Josh to hit 1,000 by New Year's Eve. So let's make both of those things happen.
Yeah.
And, everybody have an absolute great rest of your week. Thanks again for joining us. Goodbye to everybody. Michael, thank you for that. Brad, thank you for that. Daryl, thank you. Tim, thank you. Lynn says I'm the reason he can't just do shots. That's probably half true. Let's see.
Lynn's asking. It will be 7 o'clock Central, Lynn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 8
Maria,
o'clock.
yes, you will see me in a few days. And all right. I think that catches us all up. Have a great night, everybody. Great week. And thanks again, Josh.
Thanks, guys.
All right, take care, everybody.
Thank you.